Most buyers and sellers in City of Vancouver don't actually compete in the market they think they're in. They're only competing against a very small group of buyers or sellers chasing the same few properties.
That's interesting. So it feels like a huge market, but in reality, it's much smaller.
Exactly. Once you understand which market you're actually in, 2026 becomes far less uncertain and far more navigable.
But most people don't look at it that way, right?
No, and that's the problem. Like most consumers, decisions are often based on headlines, while real outcomes are decided in much smaller, tighter pockets defined by price, property type, and neighborhood.
And that disconnect really cost people in 2025.
It did. People lost leverage and options because they were reacting to the wrong signals. If you're planning to buy or sell in the City of Vancouver, this distinction matters more than any forecast. The three beliefs driving most decisions right now.
So what are the big ideas people are absorbing from the news and social media?
Most people walk in with three beliefs. Inventory is sky high. The market strongly favors buyers, and prices are crashing.
And those aren't completely wrong, but
inside the City of Vancouver, they're often misapplied. Mistake number 1. Confusing Greater Vancouver with the city. Most headlines talk about Greater Vancouver, not the city itself.
which means very different markets are being lumped together.
Exactly. Those stats combine 17 municipalities, each with different supply, demand, and pricing dynamics. Condos in Surrey don't move like detached homes on the west side. East Vancouver townhomes don't behave the same way as west side ones.
So Vancouver real estate isn't one market.
It's a collection of micro-markets. Treating it as a single system leads to false confidence and missed timing. Mistake number 2. Assuming high inventory means more choice.
Inventory did rise in 2025, though.
It did, and on the surface, that supports the idea of a buyer-friendly market. But inventory only tells the truth after budget is applied.
So once buyers filter by what they can actually afford,
the picture changes. For example, East Vancouver one-bedroom condos under $550,000 ran below their long-term average, even while citywide inventory grew.
So inventory existed, just not where people were competing.
Exactly. That's where waiting backfired. Choice didn't expand, it narrowed. Mistake number 3. Ignoring the stat that shows real leverage.
So if inventory isn't the best signal, what is?
Inventory shows availability. Leverage shows up in the sales to active listings ratio.
What did that look like in 2025?
Inside the city of Vancouver, condo markets stayed largely balanced. Townhomes varied sharply by side and price point. Detached homes leaned buyer favorable, especially on the west side.
But averages hide the real story.
They do. Several budget-specific segments never entered true buyer territory. Buyers negotiated like leverage was obvious while competing in pockets where demand stayed firm. Prices didn't crash, they corrected.
And prices?
Benchmark prices declined in 2025, but this was a correction, not a collapse.
So not every property behaved the same way.
Exactly. Some adjusted meaningfully. Others barely moved. Some didn't move at all. Mistake number 4. Treating benchmark prices as your price.
This is where a lot of people went wrong.
Yes. Benchmark prices track a typical property, not your home and not the one you're buying.
And typical changes depending on
neighborhood, property type, buyer profile. Benchmarks show trend and direction. They are not a pricing formula and not an offer calculator.
Using them that way caused hesitation for sellers and false confidence for buyers in 2025. What actually matters heading into 2026?
Clear decisions in Vancouver come from narrowing the lens and hiring a realtor early in the process.
So what should people focus on?
3 things. Inventory within your budget, sales momentum in your neighborhood, and preparation to capitalize on equity gained, and price behavior for your specific property type.
And when those 3 line up,
leverage becomes visible and actionable.